Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast with me, host and plural name, the one and only Master Propaganda Hero Site Defender of the Fatherland of your 2v2 own. You guessed it. It is Elst Outskirts. In the north it is Janko and Ray fighting here for the German army. Deutschland here with the 16th Panzer Division, 1st and 6th Panzer Grenadier Companies. In the east it is Nicko and BlueS fighting for the British Empire, the Commonwealth. King George. He is sending forth the 6th Armoured Division against the Hun. We got here Canadian Shock Indian Artillery here versus the Germans, so we are off to the races. As always, big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for the continued generous and wonderful support of the Propagandacast. Keeps making all these videos possible. Big thanks to those who keep commenting and liking on them. Really helpful with the YouTube algorithm, keeping the cat from biting off my fingers. And finally, a big thanks to Prof Radical for donating to support the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. Big help there. So big thanks to that. Anyways, a lot of troops in both sides. Germans definitely just focusing more on mainline infantry. British forces on sappers. We can definitely do mainline infantry work really well up close. So we do get a dink out of BlueS in case of, bikes, half-tracks, or Kettenkrats. And we also got the British sappers laying down a massive block of concrete in front of the door. Could we, lock the door, Nigel? No, we can't lock the door. We don't have the key. Panzers, they're withdrawing in the face of the sappers and the Dingo, going in hard here. BlueS already going hard. We got a half-track on the way for Janko. Now, and we got section on the way here with Nicko and Blue. South side Janko being further pushed back here. Up north, we got Ray there, skirmishing out here. Grenadier caught up with the section. Sappers closing in with the stand guns. Definitely not a winning engagement for the Grenadiers, even remotely. Diving in there with the submachine guns, cutting through the Grenadiers there. Go one squad all routed. And this will result in the other squad to hang to the draw as well very soon. Just no real way here that Ray's Grenadiers have any chance of fighting on their own. So yeah, quick win there in the end for Nicko. Completely barreled through their Ray's lines. And the southeast, Janko manages a counterattack here versus Blue, forcing back some of his sappers. And suddenly, Blue is a bit more scattered out here, making it much easier for a German counterattack. Got points being grabbed, Grenadiers, Punies closing in. Ray here going for some local superiority to have a chance to win the engagement. Hoping that his opponent can't react fast enough to really turn things around against him again. There you go, sappers push back with not a single casualty, so if Nicko gets off of Medical Station soon, then he can quickly just undo all the damage inflicted there. Another section ready here for both British players. Sappers not close from the other side. We got the sections also catching the crossfire. Pretty bad engagement, Ray. No other choice but to retreat. 4th Grenadier Squad.
Dingo recon vehicle has been destroyed.
Dingo down though. Wonderful work there with the Germans. Thumbs up. Yeah, for those wondering why is Ray going for Grenadiers alongside so many advanced players, it's basically a matter of cost efficiency. It's not that the Grenadiers necessarily are great, but they are cost efficient. That's kind of matters at the moment. It's the advantage, just get the units out that performs as well as possible. The cost, so you can get out the units that eventually should be at least half decent. Meanwhile, we got here the infantry officer quarters there for Ray. Panzer Puny, and they're holding line against section of the sappers. Obviously, you get a lot of them, and then you get the officer squads, which one again they perform cost efficiently. Not amazingly, but just good enough. You can actually defend the cost. Sappers, they're busy. Got Janko to defend the field point against British incursions. But half to heavy damage here. Panzer's popping out there, valiantly defending the right here against British incursions. We got Nicko also pushing up the centre here, trying to avoid the main line here. Ray pushing in from south side for the Grenadiers, making use of those larger numbers now to attack the Tommies. Got Recce packages on the way for Nicko. Going for the Canadians, obviously. Got already the self-healing there. But that actually means he doesn't necessarily need a medic station right away. Still benefit from it. Also got the Canadians then locked. We got the artillery ability there for BlueS, so his boundaries are a bit harder. Both Janko and Ray have yet to pick a battle group. Further southeast, sappers had to work more Panzer Pionier for Janko and Deutschland. Nicko got that Humber armoured car on the way. The active medical station in ISIS set up here by Blue to support him and his teammate. 2 thumbs up. Good teamwork.
The beggars are threatening a munitions point.
Got Samson control the Grenadiers, the Flamethrower Pioneers, bit outgunned, limited support here out of Nicko. Meaning this should actually be an engagement here, and that Ray can win. That we do all have Nicko kind of exploiting what's going on, but sneaking up here and hitting the cutoff point there. In fact, several cutoff points been hit. The devious play there. 2 thumbs up. Artillery called in. Getting hit on the tree by zone artillery.
We're losing a capture point.
Not just enough, I think, for fire damage on that to really make matter.
Ground forces have claimed a sector.
There you go. A lot of disruptive play. German forces in the south pushing through the forest.
Grenade packages are inbound.
And BlueS forces a bit too thinly scattered here and lacking any sort of anti-tank grenades. He is getting them now, but nonetheless a bit late on that one. Just a bit. North, we got Nicko Samba striking at Ray's Grenadiers. That wiped the Pioneers as well here, like with the Humber. Yup. Like it. Something else to hit them in.
Rifle grenades and anti-tank grenades are now available.
No tech yet here for Ray. We do have it for Janko. They have a light support coming in at Pack 38 out. Black feeling half-tracks also imagine inbound soon. Ray does commit to a battle
The
group.
beggars are threatening a victory point.
Also lost the Grenadier squad there, so replacing that one, plus bringing MD4 to the Pioneers. We in theory could see MP40s, but the MP40
Victory
upgrade
point
just
under enemy control.
kind of, again, if you talk about cost efficiency, the MP40 kind of falls, I think, a bit below the threshold for a lot of Variant players to really be worth it, unfortunately. So most players just prefer using the munitions on anything else, but, you know, MP40 upgrades. So against the Brits, he can fall a bit short there. Got British force on the move here. Big push there by Nicko. Got his own grenades ready as well here. And of course, we've got the Hummer there being an absolute menace. No anti-tank weapons yet here for Ray at all whatsoever. There goes sending grenades researched.
Sector lost.
Of course, makes the rough grenades and every other grenade that Nicko could chuck here at Ray or Janko even better. Meanwhile, trying for that white pit, certainly be painfully for Ray to lose another Grenadier squad. Got Janko with an ambulance. In the south, German Panzer Pioneers made an effort, breaking once more into the woods here, held by British forces here of the 2nd Company there. Up north here. Fresh push into the construction yard there by Nicko. Got infantry training on the way. I think Blue has gone for it. He is not. It's not yet. But it is a very good upgrade to have. You have got like any amount of British infantry, and Blue definitely has that. Got the Flamethrower Sappers here, dealing with the Grenadiers, supported by Rick Sector. There goes Stielhandgranate flung. Of course, the British force needs to sort of dodge out of the way. Right now, allies are definitely pushing hard here. German lines are crumbling and giving way. And we also got battlefield espionage out of Janko. 6-pounder guns and even more sections for Blue. I mean, he was going to go for like 4 sections. Perhaps not no Gurkhas. But while he goes for 4 sections, he absolutely 100% should go for training. Definitely be very odd to like go for this heavy an infantry build and not go for training. We get a mechanized assault group out here for Ray. 2 thumbs up. Hardened men here with the 1st Company. Typically, it would be the first 4 companies. Typically, they're making up the 1st Battalion of a Panzer Grenadier. Regiment there. And a Panzer Division that would be armoured in half-tracks. Quick note there. Obviously, on paper, that's how it is. Reality, things will obviously be a bit, you know, more... well, a lot less clear. Like some units will be heavily equipped with some of the Panzer Lehr Panzer Division becomes notable in being fully equipped with half-tracks for his Panzer Grenadiers. Similarly, the 21st Panzer Division in Normandy, but those were converted French half-tracks.
Our munitions point is being overrun.
And some units never really got them. So, some notes on that, by the way. But all the way, 2 thumbs up. Panzer gun coming for Ray. Might see a Stummel here. west side Chaos range. We do get the flak filling half to keep catching some samples who poke their noses in a bit to find the German hornet's nest, and apparently in the process of finding out why you don't do that. Because here Blue did not really have like an escape path in mind.
Contact with our sappers.
Heavy Bren and the Anfield fire here against large German troops, flak feeling, doing their best to suppress the British forces up north. We're pulling in with a half-track supporting the advance. We've got the Humber there, deploying a flare, marking the German troops there as easy targets. Rapidly as well, the incendiaries off. Grenadiers planning withdrawing here, Starsing running heavy fire support. Grenadiers trying to sneak up here, but Nicko has seen through Ray here as if though he was transparent and glass-like. Further south though, Janko is having some success here. Blue's lines have very much just evaporated, but at least they did go for training now. 2 thumbs up. Pack 40 for today. The Panzer up there, Kanone 40.
A sector is in enemy control. We've lost the sector to the enemy.
Like feeling, Panzer being a move, got the Saps sneaking up there. Up north, the half-track continues to just stand there menacingly.
Anti-tank crews are on
Sir,
standby for orders.
there's a half-track up there. It's just doing nothing. It's just there menacingly.
Capture point is
Yeah,
being
Ray here
contested.
responding a bit too slowly and loses the half-track. Shame. Particularly, I think DAK managed to keep veterans once who could like lay down Regal mines. I feel like people really sleep on the Regal mines. They are quite good. So, south side Air Force now held by the German 3rd Panzer Company of the 26th or 16th Panzer Division. Section in the Bren guns. Fortunately, Janko doesn't have enough forces to defend it, though he does have the units nearby to can move in. Really gone for those beacons that can like make units like invisible, I think. Just found that to be a bit of a great inclusion gameplay wise personally. Machine guns as well there for Janko up north here. Ray finding his hold on the construction out there, being frustrated, and we got the debuff available there now, meaning any units caught in it will suffer some other debuff. Infantry move slower, but tanks also suffered decreased rate of fire. Another just very powerful passive on top of the other one, which again just further makes British grenades even more powerful.
Report. One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
German troops are flying up behind Blue's lines. We got the company command post for Nicko. 2 thumbs up. Baker's machine guns for Blue.
Gun has been deployed for you.
And he's still holding out. Got here more telecall in by Nicko trying to mess up the Germans' attack, and there goes Starsum Gurney's pulling in there. Come on, Fitz! Playing upset machine and gewehr, or they're all tossed! Well, they might be tossed anyways with those grenades. Steel hand grenade off here. Tommy's routed. Got the 6-pounder gun there, bit of toss, but further south here. Got the assault group racing in here. Aggressive move here by Janko, and looks like it is catching it off guard. Could actually, grab the anti-tank gun with a half-track, then hold it back to his base there, but no, doesn't go for it! Oh, missed opportunity. Oh, not to be able to do it? No, he can't do it now. Yeah, I think that was a missed opportunity there by Janko. I guess he was trying to get a wipe here, which I do commend, but I would say here just grabbing his opponent's anti-tank gun would have been significantly more impactful resource-wise.
We're losing a victory point to enemy.
And now we got Nicko, of course, with the tech withdrawing his Humber. No need for it now.
Victory point belongs
And we got a
to
Crusade
the
on the way
enemy.
as well. Blue, meanwhile, yet to take up. Panzer Pioneer getting sniped, a bit exposed. Not great there for Mr. Janko and his men. Getting flanked by the section of Glennie's Pioneers all moving in. Bren section on the move here.
Commander, enemy forces hold all victory points.
Crusade almost done. Rifle grenades and grenades being exchanged here. A very unequal gift exchange.
Self-propelled guns.
British clearly packing a lot of love in the grenades, or hatred some might say. Assault grenade is there in trouble. do get a smoke grenade off here, trying to bait them to close range, but the problem is they took so much damage already just from the sheer accuracy of the sections. And there's not really much they can do when they get up close at that stage. Got Janko's position below us in trouble, got Blue there. With artillery being prepared here, Bishops, which definitely will synergize here. Panzer Company for 8, 2 thumbs up, and Panzer in command for Janko. Tragically, no Stooks for Ray. Tragic. Now chanting this Star Sword in there. Got the Bishop on my first one for Blue Skid Row. And the British Empire. Tally ho, lads. Southside. British forces trying here for a valiant attack across open ground against the anti-aircraft gun, finding that to be a particularly painful tactic. Panzer Company almost down there for A. Further up north there, we can see the north side attack being held fairly well there. Nicko's tactics seem to have slightly hit a bit of a speed bump there, it would appear for now. Janko is not having quite as easy time here, and Blue is definitely the more successful of the two British commanders at the moment. Bishop ready, second crusade almost down there for Nicko. He's bringing up more 6-pounder guns, clearly concerned about German armour. So Ray, he could go for some more Star Sword now. I don't know if he's going to do that, but he could do so. Now the Green's being forced back here, section holding up. It was the machine gun there, pushing it back. Pack 40 scores a great hit there. British forces could try and move up here, but they're clearly concerned about something hiding here. Perhaps concerned these could be Star Swordmen rather than Grenadiers. Got the Panthers, the sprint section. Janko in for another push, and there we go, making use of this small path here at the very edge of the map here. 2 thumbs up to Janko to launch a deep flank. Excellent. Wunderbar. More Star Sword meanwhile for Ray. Also excellent. Wunderbar. This could definitely be a problem here for Blue. Yup. This time getting the anti-tank gun. Half-track should definitely try to hold it off. There we go. Grenades on the advancing British troops here, throwing their advantage into complete chaos as the half-track makes off with the half-track and it covers smoke. Oi! They nicked our anti-tank gun! Bloody Germans! Yeah, what a bunch of anuses. Anuses? Yeah. Crusaders been fought catching this old Grenadiers in a bit of trouble. Almost got a wipe here. Starstorm doing what they can there for Das Vaterland. With the second one joining in course here. Ray is definitely enjoying a bit more of an infantry lead here in the south side. British forces withdrawing here. As Nicko now charges in with his Crusader tanks. Perhaps not quite coordinating well there with Blue, but looks like he does avoid looting his Crusader. In fact, even wipes one of Janko's Panzer Grenadier squads. Through here with the ambulance, probably intending to, but there's so much going on up north here. British section off the massive German assault force here. Empty there, getting hit with a rifle grenade and quickly roasting there. Bit chaotic here. Officer training for the Panzer Company. Thumbs up to Ray. No Panzers yet. Neither for him or for Janko.
Our victory point is being overrun.
Both their points are being seized.
Sector overrun. The enemy is down. Victory point lost.
Crusaders on the move. Almost. Nicko got by a bit of manpower flow. You could consider some fuel caches, maybe. Or, you know, calling some Canadians, blood guards. I do think he'd benefit from spending some of that manpower there instead of just flooding it up here. Panzer Pioneer running to the other ones here. Black feeling stayed at a safe distance in case there's a tank turns running about here. And there you go, triple cap from the Germans on the Allies. They are notably behind the Allies in terms of victory points. Second Bishop at the ready here for Blue. No, missed that. That's it, the Bishops! Don't seem to be quite doing what he needs them to, wants to do, I don't know. Might want to consider starting to pull for some tanks soon enough. Just running himself a artillery here.
Under attack. The enemy has claimed a sector.
There we go, first German Panther noise. Janko with the Panther 3 Model L. Rainy mod could go for a Panther Force up as well.
The beggars are threatening a munitions point.
But whether or not he wants to is another matter entirely. Saber's got a firestorm. We actually got a firestorm here from Janko. 2 thumbs up. Really not an ability I've so far seen a lot here. So nice to see actually someone use it.
Airburst shells will decimate enemy infantry concentrations.
Ooh, wiped here unit. Pioneers look at the way down. And we got more Crusaders there for Nicko. Panther 4 there for Ray. Rushed out. 2 thumbs up. Adding machine gun. Got the Panther 3 setting out as well here for Janko. Germans rolling up their sleeves and revealing some panzers. Crusader dive going in hard here, but runs to the Panther 4 packs on the flanks as well. And Panther 4 as well here. Engine damage on the lead tank there. Little Nigel. Pack 40 lining up here. Gets the Crusader tank. Little Nigel blown up there. Section hitting a mine. Still money there by a Ray. 2 thumbs up. Crusader taking 2 drop. We got heavy fire though from the Bishop. Laying down the Bishops. Laying out one of the packs. Portillo called in front to the second pack. Crusader rushing in again here. Looks like the Allies feel like they've got an opportunity. Panther 4 back in the scene here. Almost got the Crusader tank there knocked out. Panther 3 also applying some light support, and tanks put up by Nicko are very much preventing a flank there from the Panzer 3 here. Meanwhile, Crusader up north keeps going in hard here. And British forces make off with one of Ray's packs. Making up for some of the others. Forcing the anti-tank guns, I imagine. Got one the anti-tank guns here, but is forced to withdraw. Pretty brutal engagement there. We got P-19 was on 80. More Panzer 3s for Janko. And we got here light vehicle training for those Bishops. Blue continuing to not take up and push for more artillery.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Janko bring in more Panzer 3s.
Vehicle drills complete.
This for Ray. 2 more command points before we can like seriously consider something like Tiger tank. So
We're
I
losing
think
a
so.
victory point.
13 is the Grenadiers up north.
Victory point is in enemy hands.
Expensive machine gun, there you go. Panther 4 flanking in.
Say the word.
State of withdrawing. Mines there. More assault grenadiers out of Janko. Straight into German guns en masse here. Nicko's armored assault is going about as poorly as it can. First Crusader tank absolutely blown apart there. Second Crusader tank also having what you might call a terrible time, but does nonetheless survive being carried over the German Panzerwaffe. In the south here, Panther 3's going in hard here, catching the Bishops. Blue here caught with his trousers down. First Bishop is down and defrocked. And there we go.
Artillery has been destroyed.
Janko there just absolutely gave the Anglican Church a good old 1-2 from the Catholic Church, I guess. Grenades off here.
We're losing a victory point.
Either way, they're gone. Massive blow there to Blue, who immediately replaced the first one there.
The enemy has our
But I
victory
think it
point
does
now.
crucially highlight here that there are some weaknesses in his strategy, of course, which is that the Panther just dive in there. He can very quickly lose it again. So he needs to prepare better next time around to like make sure his Bishops, you know, aren't getting the good old German surprise they're knocked out. Another 6-pounder here for Nicko.
Territory lost. The beggars are threatening a victory
16
point.
versus under 59.
Bishop 25-pounder carrier is ready.
Allies definitely seeing some more difficulty appearing there.
Enemy. Our victory point is being overrun.
Gems have had some pretty good successes here. As for Nick, I mean, it might honestly be worth considering, you know, going for granted to whether he's playing. If he's going to, like, just constantly attacking head-on against the opponent. France might just serve him better than Crusader tanks, to be honest. There's also the possibilities of the Churchill Crocodile here. Starts from there, leading us swapping before to up north. The Panther will get inflicted with Crusader. Actual risk lose the Panther 4 here. Engine damage, very exposed east to the Crusader tank. And. Oh, misses! Wow! But yeah, anti-tank finishes off anyways. But 80% of 56, we got Stuttgart so first for Janko. But at this stage, definitely looks like he's setting up for a Tiger tank, and Nicko might just be setting up for the Churchill Crocodile as well.
Sappers, eager to shift to next.
We've got the Greenies as the victors.
Territory sector lost, Commander.
And the V swing in there. Roughly off here, but dodged. And we got Janko's Panther V's once we're pursuing. Was ready, making definitely, I think, tougher Blue to set up like an effective defense with a lot of anti-tank and since the strip force defense on a lot of them grand cons. There you go, big old anti-tank and war move for both Nicko and Blue to try and hunt down here Janko's Panther Fleas.
We're losing a victory point.
Ray continues to lock for the Tiger tank. Got 649.
Victory point is in enemy
Allies
hands.
definitely continue to beat out the Gems in terms of victory points. South here, got the firestorm again on a bunch of tank guns, 2 thumbs to Janko. This is probably the most I've seen anyone already use firestorm so far since the battlefield Espionage was released. Really says something.
One of our anti-tank guns has been destroyed.
Panther VZ making a nice save there. Thumbs up to Janko. Well, one of them did, the other one, wow, it's gone. Not much to save there except the scrap metal.
The Bosch are pushing hard. We're down to 250 points.
Pushing forwards here with British forces rapidly and gloriously advancing. Moving through the fire, there's perhaps not the best move there for Blue to send his men into. Up north here, Crusader striking again. Nicko definitely looked like they were setting up for the Churchill Crocodile there. Another Panther 3 for Janko, who finally taking up himself.
Sector is in enemy control.
And there you go, Raking calling the Tiger tank. Said right there, go calling the Tiger tank. Or if it's one goes to the officer. Great there. 2 thumbs up. Found the 4 Schwere Panzerabteilung providing heavy arm support here for the Germans. Got another Panther 3 there for Janko. Got on to move. Deutschland vorwärts. Top-minute Panther being hit by British fire there out of Blue. Artillery piece there. And Nicko can go for the Churchill Crocodile now himself. Wants to. Wants is a different story, but he can go for it. He's got the resources. And he's clearly floating a lot out of it as well, in particular manpower, so I imagine he must want it.
A victory point.
Come on, Nicko, do it. Come on.
Victory point under enemy control.
Send a Germans launching assault here. They ruthlessly head on here. Could they do some book spot, but there you go. Tiger tank and there you go. There's the crocodile.
Our victory point is being
Mobilise to
overrun.
support the British Empire against those dastardly Germans.
We're losing a victory point.
Gonna focus 100, less than 100 in fact. Great shot on the Crusader tank here. Tiger tank strong off, still hits it from the 6-pounder guns. With themselves now vulnerable to both Starstorm and Ace by the way, and the Tiger tank. Two thumbs up, of course, there to array, but a Starstorm wide durable. It's only also lay down some heavy firepower. Second tank about to go down. Do get there, got Crocodile incinerating the Grenadiers, the Starstorm, Bishop as well, laying down air fire, collapsing array forces. Got one the anti-tank, Crocodile here going for the Tiger tank and debuffing, even got artillery here out of the allies.
Artillery carrier lost.
Another Bishop down to again, a deep flank here by Janko. And another Firestorm. That's 3 Firestorms in one match. Wow. Really a lot more than I've seen, like, I think ever as the battle was released. I'm not entirely sure this will be beaten again.
Crusader cruiser finished. The enemy
Going in the
has
Panzer
pushed
IIIs.
back from our sector.
Another Strucker's barrage here. There you go. Third tank joining in the fun. We got 149 versus 96. Tiger tank going for that Black Prince. Black Prince Crocodile. Getting debuffed again. And we got anti-tanks running, plus a Crusader tank here out of blue with another one on the way. South side, the Janko's really got the squeeze on the hours. We got 128 versus 96.
Sappers have carried out the task.
Pensby's moving in.
A-15 Crusader is on station and
Now
ready
that
for
Panda
orders.
3 for Mr. Janko. Got a Crusader on the rampage here, flanking the Tiger tank here. Nothing to recover the flank of the Tiger tank. Oh, this is a really effective flank here by Nicko. Great use there of the Crocodile. To basically keep the Tiger tank, he's not easily outmaneuver the Crusader tank, and there you go, anti-tanks on the other flank here, clearing it out. Beautiful push, but Nicko does cost the Crusader, but it's got an arm actually 2 Crocodile Raven. Do get the Panther Fleet's going for it, but there's still an arm on the flanks here, definitely not great for Janko. Might lose his Crusader, Stuart was joining in, firing out the British anti-tank gun. The Panther Fleet cooked up there.
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
Another section lead for Nicko. And he's taking some fairly heavy losses in almost every other department than the Crocodile. 91 was 96. More packs here for A.
Station. The sector's in enemy hands.
And a Sturmpanzer? That's an interesting choice. I'll probably put my money on a Panzer 4 here. Oh, there we go. British forces trying, I think, to rush as many victory points as they can. Need to stop the bleeding here, obviously. Stucco's barrage again, Panther force going in. British forces continue to suffer rather traumatizing losses at this point. And already here for A. Looking to some armored side skirts at some point if we find the time to resources for it.
Ammunitions point is being overrun.
And a Panda 3 down, a Panda 3 down. And now the single blow here to the Germans as well.
The beggars are threatening a munitions point.
Continue to be in the lead in most other respects. For now. Look at how thin their leads actually are, of course.
One of our anti-tank guns has been destroyed.
Anti-tank grenade in the Crocodile there. Will make it much lower, and that's much harder to support an engagement. Artillery called in as well. This will be a firestorm, just keep troops from like eastern repairing the Crocodile, but also makes it much harder to make any easy move on the victory point in the center. 10-4, Grenadiers from the flank starts to go for the northern point, supporting another Grenadier squad here. Really good counterattack for the Allies, ripping through British elements here aggressively. Absolutely devastating. Crusaders pushing through the sea of fire here. Looking to counterattack the Germans northwards. Good pop breakthrough bar to increase capture speed. And we got actions being hauled forwards plus Pantry to assist here. Panther 4, they're in trouble. One Crusader down. We got 71, there's 96. Nicko's lost most of his units, really. Blue has a larger force, but they're not all guaranteed smooth sailing here. Panther Fleet's about to get knocked out. But may not match. He's got 50 points left. 47. A mad dash here by the Allies.
One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
Anti-tank has been cleared up. British forces sneaking through here. Interesting enough in the south, he's just capturing normally, so trying to at least get to his hands on this victory point. And then again, there's a flak feeling and assault grenadiers defending it, so wouldn't really work out either way. He needs to set up his tanks, and so far the tanks are busy elsewhere. 20 versus 96, this does look to be a German win here, Allies. Unfortunately, trying to fumble a bit. There we go, GG.
One last-ditch effort. They're down to only 10 points.
Been called there. There you go, GG, game over, and that was it. Brutal 2v2 with some nice back-and-forth action. Allies, I think, probably wanted to go for some grants maybe, or some foot guards, just something else. Also, should have played more to the flanks. I think at some point they got a bit too comfortable with the way things were and relied too much on just brute force, which the Axis force were able to exploit better. So there you go, though. Hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. This is Imperial 18. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye, everyone.